We will be here forever. Do you understand? Forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yes, sir. We back, man. Back on the Good Hennessy show with the homie Wonder, man. Jimmy Hennessy in the building, still eating chicken. Don't tell nobody. It's smelling good too, man. I'll tell you, man, for real.
Trying to hide it behind the laptop.
Yeah. He's trying to hide it behind the laptop.
Oh, yeah. I know, right? I was.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So, like, if y'all, y'all been listening, man, like, he dropped the bomb on us and, like, the 67 out of 100 top records of all time. And my Kanye was all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to do that, that's huge, man. So it's like, where do you go from there? You know what I mean? Like, that record is such a big record, and I'm sure like you say, it put you in a position to be able to take care of your family. You know what I mean? And take care of yourself and really push music, push your growth in music. Where did you go from there? You know what I mean? Like, what was next?
I mean, I gotta say, it only helped with the supporting the family for so long. You know what I mean? Before it dwindles, but it's like it's been a journey, man. Because I really kind of had to humble myself and realize that it's like, just because you got one song, it doesn't mean it's just going to be easy for the rest of your life, and it's really like a hustle every day to keep it going, just like any freelance. I didn't end up signing any production deal or publishing deal or anything like that. I chose to stay independent, so it's like the ups and downs of that. I get 100% of everything I get, but every day I got to look for the next thing. So I'm so glad you brought that up, because that's what I wanted to ask, right? Because for the people that don't know, like, we kind of went into publishing deals last time, and the opportunities to sign publishing deals, like, they can make and break a lot of people. And whenever I think about a publishing deal, I think about David Banner. He had an interview when he was talking about, at the time when everything was popping and, like, David Banner was everywhere, he was faced with a decision: do I sign this pub deal or do I stay independent? And he was like, man, I'm gonna stay independent. And he had, like you saying, like, he had those down time, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, he started doing Gatorade commercials. And he was like, man, once he started doing those commercials, he was like, man, the best thing I ever did in my life was not sign a pub deal, because he was able to, negotiate his own stuff and, 100% independent. Gatorade ain't no small company, you know what I'm saying? So you got to think, when those checks started rolling in, he was like, things were up and up for him. So it was like, I do, since you brought it up, I do want to ask you, like, what helped you make that decision to be like, no, I don't, because it looked so great at that point to be like, man, let me go ahead and sign a pub deal. Let me maximize right now while I got a #1 record, on the charts. Like, why not sign a deal at the time? I mean, I think one reason, a big factor probably, is because I went to school and I studied about it, and just doing the math. I mean, it's really just, when you look at it, it's really just like a high interest loan, like a super duper high interest loan, like something that you would never take out. So it just wasn't smart. Like, I'd rather just wait. I know the money's gonna come. I'd just rather wait. At that time, I didn't really have. It wasn't. It just didn't make strategic sense. I'm not saying I'll never do it, because there's certain ways where it can put you in a good position. Sometimes it's good to have a company come out of their pocket and then be in the hole and want to make back their money with you, because that motivates them to put you with people and put you to work. But it wasn't that time yet.
It wasn't the right time for you. So for those that missed our episode with Jack, and we got an interesting story that you and Jack have, some history on. But he broke down publishing a little bit. You know what I mean? If you could kind of explain for those that missed it, exactly what a publishing deal is, from a producer standpoint.
Well, there's different kinds of publishing deals, but, like, I think probably the most common is a co-publishing deal, where you get with usually a larger company, and it'll give you an advance. It can vary, you know what I'm saying? But normally the way it works is they'll give you an advance for a certain amount of songs or a certain amount of time. They will then in turn take their percentage and help you collect the money, but take their percentage for doing their job, which is usually 50% of the publishing side. So it's a nice chunk. If you sign with the right publishing company, it can really put you in a good position. If you sign with the wrong publishing company, then you could just end up giving up money on stuff that you've already done and not really getting any new opportunities. So you got to choose wisely. It's got to, the benefit, you know, it has to work out, not just in the money terms, but you got to get to work, because that money, the money is coming out of stuff that you really already earned. So you better, if you want to get more money, you got to start making more money now.
Gotcha.
It's crazy. It's a game. It's smoke and mirrors, but you're really getting paid with your own money in the long run.
Damn, boy, that pimp system serious.
It is, man.
Like I said, it's worth it if you get with the right company that's going to put you to work, and and it's a win-win. It doesn't matter if you're giving up 50% of what you have. Like people always say, like 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. So
yeah, that's true.
You don't want to end up stuck with 100% of nothing.
Yeah. True. So I hear you. It's definitely like a situation where you gotta do what's best for you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Hennessy, I know you said that him and Jack, they
man, they know each other. They got a relationship. 'Cause you was engineering for Tit first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then you kind of went your own ways.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, the way I looked at it, I just wanted to focus more time on production and less time on engineering. Engineering is something that's real time consuming, and it's something I've done, and I'm good at, and I enjoy.
Right.
But at the same time, it's only 24 hours in a day.
Right.
So it's like, at that time, the studio, the Duffel Bag Studios was kind of far, like just physically for me in the city. And it happened to be right down the street from where Jack was living. It just things changed. It worked out to be something easier for him. So he worked in and started doing more engineering, and I started doing more producing, and it was just cool like that. It worked out. So and then it's crazy because the table's kind of turned now. Like, I mean, because we're both on like similar parallel paths. He's also a producer, so then he was able to get some of his production placements up as well while I was working on that. And then sometimes, like, when Jack or KY, the other engineer, can't make it, I'm still on call. I'm still like backup engineer for Tit, and I still Jack had the opportunity to come over here to Street Exec Studios and run that, but he's already got his own thing going, which is good for him. He's making great money at Black Hole Studios.
Right.
He's got a great thing going. He can do his own beats, engineering, and all that, and which left the opening for me at Street Exec Studio. So it's like he's just repaying the favor, like how I, whatever gave him my blessing, if you want to say, or basically just handed off the baton or whatever on the engineering thing. Right. And then he in turn handed off the baton to me on the Street Execs things, which has been another great opportunity for me. And it's just, again, it's like the right time in my life. As his life is changing, my life is changing. Well, we switching places again, so it's cool.
That's real though, man. That's how you do it though, really.
Man,
like really work with each other to, you know what I'm saying? Like build each other. You know what I mean? Like,
we're like brothers. We do beats together too. We, we do all that.
That's crazy, man. Like you said something during that was like, man, people have to realize like with engineering, it's really it's only 24 hours in a day, and a lot of people don't realize how hard engineers really work. Like, when everybody else is gone, engineers are still there working, you know what I mean, to get stuff together and kind of give people that, paint that picture for the people a little bit, like, what an engineer, what an engineer's job really is,
I mean, it's like anything, you can choose to do the bare minimum and just work the times that you're in the studio. Like if you're booked from 10 to 1 in the morning or whatever, then some engineers just do that. But like you said, the really good ones are the ones that stay after and do whatever it takes to make sure stuff sounds good. They go the extra mile a lot of times. And like you say, I mean, it's just a matter of tweaking and experimenting and making sure everything is right. So you got to be technically proficient, and you got to have a good musical ear, because you got to make it sound like music, So it's so much that goes into it, man. And there's different engineers that do different things, but I mean it's a wide range, from a tracking engineer, who's someone who just records vocals or instruments. Who there's mixing engineers, There's engineers that specialty is editing or doing sound effects for film or syncing, you know, picture with music. It's so many different kind of just audio engineers, but so it's really wide. I mean, it's a wide field aside from just music and film and all that stuff. In Atlanta, film is growing too, so it's like gotta include that in too.
Yeah, definitely, man. You pretty much you built an outlet to have a job forever. And that's what it sounds like.
Well, like I said before, you know, it's always a hustle. I mean, still, you gotta hustle every day. Even at the studio, it's not guaranteed work, so we always gotta keep improving and competing. There's a lot of really good studios in Atlanta. Like, I grew up here, and there's a lot of good studios here, so I know. And we just have to, you know, set ourselves apart and just, it's not about trying to be necessarily the best, but just the best at what we do. You know what I mean? Gotcha. Which is the same thing I try to do in production and everything. Is just like, you know, we all have our own strengths, and we got to just be the best at what we can do, because there's still enough room for everybody out here to be themselves and get money and fulfill their own niche or whatever. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Right. What made you sample that Alicia Keys? Like, I was telling him I only heard the
Feel Me.
I ain't never heard the Alicia Keys version.
Man, he's sleeping on it, man.
I love that. I just always loved that. It's actually like an interlude. It's not even a full song, and it's just just one of those things. Just listening to it, I was just like, man, I wonder what it sound like with some drums, or even just driving, and I might have just been like beatboxing to the shit or something, just like, damn, it should be hard. And I just
that's my favorite.
I just pulled it up
song,
one day,
man.
And just
for real,
put it in my computer, you know, had fun with it, and then it was some last minute shit. That was like, I gave that to, I feel like we recorded that like the night before he turned in all the tracks for that. I think it was Codeine Cowboy.
Yeah.
It was like real last minute, and then he called me back. I don't know who he played it for, but he was like, man, I played it for some people, and it's a go. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that joint, they're fresh right now.
Yeah, it got a real nice video to it too. I like that video.
Yeah.
Hold on, I don't think I seen the video.
I don't think I have.
I never seen the video. Man, now you
body
got me.
paint, and it's a good video.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I got you. I
should look it up.
Yeah. I think we're gonna look that up, man. You know, I think we got to get out of here soon, man. But you know, I definitely appreciate you coming through, man, and like shedding some insight on the game. Like I told you before, we kind of have this little thing going here on the Good Hennessy Show where we want people to see that it's other things to do in hip hop besides like be on the mic and rap.
Right.
And you know, there's other ways, and you know, of course, you can't knock the money aspect because people want to get paid for what they do. You know what I mean? And so we know there's just other ways to get paid in this industry. Like, you know, even looking at the stuff that we're doing, and you being an engineer and being a producer, it's like you don't have to be in front of the camera, and behind the mic,
right,
to there's other jobs, basically what we're saying. So, you know, we love to have people such as yourself come on the show.
You don't have to be famous, folks.
Oh yeah. What's your machine of choice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I use MacBook with Logic and Reason.
Let me ask you a question about Logic, man, because Logic, is it a bit technical for you? I guess you got an engineering background, so it's not it just seems like there's a lot of that versus Reason, right? Like Reason is kind of like, I feel you can out the box produce within 15 minutes. Logic is more so you might have to read the manual type thing. Do you feel that way with that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess Reason is just more like what you see is what you get. Logic, It has a few different deeper pages, which it gives you more flexibility. But like you said, it could be a little more to just get it set up and running. Reason I like Reason. It's got easy access to lots of a variety of sounds and effects, and it's like presets. You know what I mean? Already there. But with Logic, you can tweak, and it's got a lot of great plugins and EQs. It's a way more precise. So, and as far as MIDI editing too, there's a lot more you can do. But I mean, you can really do it all. You can do the same type of stuff in Reason, or you can just export it to Logic and mix it in Logic or whatever. Like I said, it's a million ways to
do what works for you, right?
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah, definitely. You got anything else, Hennessy, man?
Man, look here. I brought my boy up here, man. I just want him to talk, tell the people what he do.
Yeah, man.
What you did, and That's what I wanted.
Yeah, and you know, man, shout out to Hennessy too, man, because like we work together bringing guests on the show, but you know, Hennessy like these past couple of guests he done came through just on some, you know, sharing. We just trying to give y'all something different, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I think we doing okay so far.
We got people out here doing great things.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So I figure we got a platform.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all having me come through.
Oh, man, no doubt, man. We appreciate you coming to share some gems with us, man. We got some information. I learned something new today.
Man, we got a nigga up here in the Rolling Stone, man. What you talking about?
and you know something like that's real though, because that don't happen every day. So
Come
you know,
on,
man, for real, like, yeah. That's it, man. We don't even need to say nothing else.
Good
man.
Hennessy Show.
Good Hennessy
You know
Show,
what I'm
man.
saying? You can follow us Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Good Hennessy, GOODHENNECSHOW. You know what I'm saying? You can always catch us on livehipHopdaily.tv, and you can hit my homeboy Wonder up at his. What you got?
Oh yeah, Instagram at W_NDR.
That's it.
Simple
Man.
as that.
Simple
And then my
as that.
dog Jay Good.
Man, hit me up on Straight Out the Den, man. At STR the number 8 OUTDADEN.
Yes, sir.
I'm there every day.
Jimmy Hennessy, MMYHENNEC. You can also go to straightouttheden.com, get them sweatshirts, them t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? My boy say you got them. What you said? Them things?
Hey man, got them tank tops on the
Tank
way,
tops
man.
coming soon.
Tank tops on the
hot.
way, man.
Getting hot.
It's getting hot
Yeah,
out here.
yeah,
It feel good
yeah.
outside.
You know what I'm
today.
saying? So yeah, man, that's what it's for.
Yes, sir, man. We goodhennessyshow.com, man. LiveHipHopDaily.tv. We out.